This is major breaking news. This is an original story from David Ornstein.
A new chapter begins at the Etihad. Manchester City have taken a definitive and monumental step into their future after reaching a formal multi-million-pound agreement to secure their next leader. The reigning champions have successfully navigated intense negotiations to finalise a massive compensation package, paving the way for a brand new era of football at the Etihad Stadium. This blockbuster deal signals that the club's hierarchy is fully prepared to spend whatever it takes to maintain their status at the absolute pinnacle of global football. The staggering financial layout underscores the immense ambitions of Manchester City's ownership group. Rather than opting for a conservative or drawn-out transition period, the club's decision-makers moved with swift, aggressive precision to lock in their primary target. By committing millions to seal this agreement, the board has sent a clear and thunderous message to their domestic and European rivals: Manchester City have no intention of relinquishing their crown. The successor appointed. At the heart of this multi-million-pound breakthrough is Enzo Maresca, who has agreed to a lucrative 3-year contract to officially take the reins at Manchester City. The 46-year-old Italian tactician emerges as the chosen one tasked with guiding the citizens forward. This appointment marks a highly anticipated homecoming for Maresca, who previously served as an integral part of the club's coaching staff during some of its most historically dominant campaigns. Maresca's deep tactical understanding and existing familiarity with the club's inner workings made him the undisputed standout candidate for the role. Having already mastered the club's philosophy, he is viewed by the hierarchy as the natural heir capable of ensuring seamless continuity. The multi-million-pound investment to secure his signature reflects the board's absolute faith in his progressive footballing vision. Overcoming the legal and financial hurdles. The blockbuster deal did not come without its fair share of complex hurdles and dramatic behind-the-scenes negotiations. Despite resigning from his post at Chelsea earlier, Maresca remained legally tied to the West London club under a long-term contract running until June 2029. This contractual entanglement sparked weeks of intense legal wrangling and threats of court action between the two Premier League heavyweights. Ultimately, Manchester City broke the deadlock by agreeing to a substantial, eye-watering financial settlement to completely buy out the remainder of the Italian's deal. Reports indicate that City will pay an incredible £17.26 million, €20 million, directly to Chelsea to resolve the dispute. This massive payout successfully averted a messy legal battle, allowing both clubs to move forward amicably. Historic spending for a head coach. The multi-million-pound agreement instantly rewrites the record books for managerial compensation packages in modern football history. At over £17 million, Maresca's transition to the Etihad Stadium ranks as the third most expensive coaching appointment ever seen in the sport. This jaw-dropping figure places him in an elite bracket alongside historic managerial buyouts like those of Graham Potter and Julian Nagelsmann. Spending such a colossal sum strictly on a managerial acquisition demonstrates the shifting landscape of elite football, where world-class coaching is valued just as highly as superstar players on the pitch. Manchester City's willingness to eclipse the famous compensation fees of icons like Jose Mourinho proves they view Maresca as a foundational piece of their long-term sporting strategy. Stepping out of a golden shadow. Maresca faces the undeniably monumental challenge of stepping directly into the post-Pep Guardiola era. The departure of Guardiola in May 2026 brought a legendary, trophy-laden 10-year reign to an emotional conclusion at the Etihad Stadium. Following in the footsteps of the most successful manager in Manchester City's history is a task that would daunt most, but Maresca's past experiences under Guardiola give him a unique psychological edge. Having worked closely as Guardiola's assistant during the historic 2022-23 treble-winning campaign, Maresca understands the grueling demands of the Etihad spotlight. He knows exactly what it takes to manage world-class egos and execute high-stakes tactical game plans. While the shadow of his predecessor will inevitably loom large, the Italian is eager to carve out his own legacy with this multi-million-pound backing. Preparing for a new campaign. With the financial settlement finalized and the final legal hurdles completely cleared, the focus now shifts entirely to the pitch. Maresca is understood to be incredibly eager to begin his hands-on work with the squad as soon as possible. The timing of the agreement gives the new head coach a brief but crucial window to outline his vision before the players return from their post-season breaks. The scheduling demands will be intense, particularly with a vast majority of the Manchester City squad heavily involved in international tournaments over the summer. However, having clarity at the managerial position well before the official start of pre-season training gives City a major logistical advantage. The club can now plan its summer transfer targets and tactical regiment with total certainty. Reclaiming domestic dominance. The primary objective for Maresca and his newly backed staff will be clear: reclaim the Premier League crown. Last season saw Manchester City capture an impressive EFL Cup and FA Cup double, yet they were narrowly pipped to the league title by a relentless Arsenal side. For a club that has grown accustomed to domestic dominance, finishing second in the league has only fueled their hunger to storm back to the top. The multi-million-pound investment in the coaching staff is just the first phase of a broader strategy to re-energize the squad. Fans can expect Maresca to implement a relentless, possession-based style that punishes opponents, building upon the foundations that made the club so successful over the past decade. The race for the next Premier League trophy is already shaping up to be an absolute classic. Shaking up the transfer market. With Maresca's signature officially secured, Manchester City's recruitment team can now fully align their summer transfer window strategy with the Italians' preferred system. The summer window is already open, and significant changes are already underway within the squad. High-profile departures, including Bernardo Silva moving to Real Madrid and Manuel Akanji joining Inter Milan, mean that fresh faces will undoubtedly be arriving soon. Armed with the financial muscle that defines the club, Maresca will have a significant war chest to mould the team in his image. Speculation is already mounting regarding top-tier midfield and defensive targets across Europe who fit the Italians' progressive profile. This multi-million manager agreement is widely expected to trigger a domino effect of high-profile player signings in the coming weeks. A financial boost for rivals. Interestingly, this massive agreement also sends major shockwaves down to London. For Chelsea, receiving a £17 million windfall represents a substantial and highly welcome financial boost. The London club has endured a tumultuous managerial period, and securing such a significant payout for a coach who had already left his post helps them navigate their own strict financial fair play regulations. The resolution of this saga proves that even the bitterest of Premier League rivals can find common financial ground when the price is right. While Chelsea will look to reinvest those millions into building their own squad, Manchester City will view the fee as a necessary price to pay to secure the best tactical mind available on the market. Fan expectations and the Etihad debut. The Manchester City faithful have reacted with immense excitement and high expectations to the news of the confirmed agreement. Fans remember Maresca fondly from his previous stint at the club and are eager to see how his tactical evolution at Leicester and Chelsea translates to the star-studded Etihad roster. The anticipation surrounding his official presentation is already reaching a fever pitch. The Premier League's official fixture release has added even more fuel to the fire, confirming exactly when fans will get their first taste of the Maresca era at home. The new manager is set to mark his competitive home debut at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday, August 23, hosting Bournemouth in front of a rocking home crowd. It promises to be an unforgettable afternoon that officially kicks off a brave new chapter. The global impact of the agreement. Beyond the borders of England, this multi-million-pound deal has captured the attention of football enthusiasts worldwide. Manchester City's global brand relies heavily on sustained success and attractive, winning football. By securing a manager deeply intertwined with the club's golden generation, the ownership has reassured global sponsors and fans alike that the club's elite standards will not drop. The football world will be watching closely to see if Maresca can replicate his previous managerial successes on the grandest stage of them all. Having guided Leicester City back to the top flight and achieved continental glory elsewhere, the step up to managing a global superpower like Manchester City is the ultimate test of his career. This agreement ensures he has the financial and structural backing to succeed. A vision for long-term success. Ultimately, Manchester City's multi-million-pound agreement is not just a quick fix for the upcoming season, it is a calculated investment in the club's long-term future. By locking Maresca down to a 3-year contract, the hierarchy is planning well into
this video and subscribe.